Talking more about the passion thing, how perhaps I already got from you that before, you enjoy so much during your pursuit of the study. So what sort of particular moments, other than those you mentioned with your previous supervisors, you found also fascinating to you?
Well, maybe let me share with you some probably not so good experience, so you can also understand the So, as I already mentioned, I was first in this problem that my previous supervisor was collaborating with this professor during the experiments. So I always enjoy discussion with him. And he is also very kind and he listens to me and then teach me about all things. But then later I heard from others that they told me that I actually changed things. And I was a bit surprised and I thought, what do you mean? What am I changing? Then they told me that he actually didn't believe that females can contribute anything in science research. So that was actually shocking to me. So but anyway, the nice thing is you can change people's preferences. You can change what they just keep doing what you really love, and eventually people will see the difference, and then you can change that. Well, I'm not saying that we should try to think, we do our work to, we are not doing the thing we're doing to try to change people. But on the other hand, I'm just saying this, sharing with you this experience that you do just do what you want to do, and in a way people can be changed. So sometimes it seems to me that there are other kind of competitors around us. Like for example, also I don't personally got much of these, but I heard also sometimes that for example saying that females are not as good in labs, for example. And in particular, I guess during my study, I also have experienced that teachers will also, because I was studying as well in high school, and somehow they will accept that you do not do well in math or science. That's actually okay.
They take it for granted.
Yeah, well, I will not say take it for granted, but they will think that it is okay. They are not worried. They don't think that we should be, they should help us or motivate us more. So I think that is actually one of the reasons that we should try to do, one of the things that we try to change. So I guess all these pure assumptions. So not to assume that females are not good at something. Yes, we are. There's actually no science.
Do you think that this kind of culture has already somehow changed in, let's say, Hong Kong, or even in the world?
I guess things change. Over the years, since I first started at home, I think that things change. But I would believe there's still people having such prejudice among us. So the more important thing
is it particularly more serious in science?
Well,
or in daily life, I think that would be much.
I think their prejudice, still. I still recall, for example, I heard comments like this when I was studying my graduate studies. So it's like saying that females are more patient, females are they are more careful, so it will be better for them to do experimental work. So again, there's kind of a prejudice or this bias, right? So they are all always very careful and patient males. So yes, this kind of thinking will restrict, will sort of confine people's choices. But so this is important that you know. Well, first, I think as individuals, you be careful that not to have this kind of bias or stereotypes of others. But on the other hand, particularly for women, if you want to pursue your own you're interested in what you're doing, you shouldn't mind so much about what is happening. And I guess as teacher ourselves, we should also prepare not to have questions.
Oh, so we got some questions from the audience, right? Maybe I have to order our secretaries to look for the questions for us. Or can we click something, right? We got it. And then the chat one. And have a look. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Oh, sorry, there are quite a number of questions. Okay, so okay, one of them. So firstly, the audience, thank you. Thanks for your help. Thanks for your sharing. And do you have any advices for the young women how they can pursue their career here, or in case of any embarrassing moment, let's say how they can conquer?
Well, I would always think that the important thing is to really love what you're doing and to do well. And let this work, good work speak for yourself. But of course, you shouldn't, well, it would be also good to find some people that really, you know, some support from your peers. For example, if you have a group, you can always discuss among yourself and share the difficulties. So I guess in general, I actually have, it really depends on the discipline too. If you have more,
Let's say science. Maybe physical science could be in particular.
Well, let me just say that I don't believe that women's faculties should have more difficulties than male. In a way, we are all. The important thing is to just to not to confine our confine our ceilings. To believe that you can do well and just go for it. But then, of course, there are practical things that sometimes you need to balance between work and family. I think that is definitely more challenging for the female faculties. But let me just share with you that it is important that you make it clear to yourself that what are your priorities in life. So, for example, I remember very early on, for me, it's many years ago, when I first started my family and beginning, when a female colleague in another university learned about my pregnancy. The first question after congratulating me, the first question she asked me is, would you choose work or family? That was actually rather shocking to me. And obviously the answer would be, why should we need to choose? There's so many things we enjoy to do. Of course, I enjoy doing solving problems, doing research. I enjoy teaching. I also enjoy having family time. I spend my time with my family. So I guess the important thing is you include all of them in your agenda, and then you set priorities and work on it. So I guess it's important that you include all of these possible things in your life, not just to exclude them. But so you need to do some shopping. But I guess even for male faculties, they will have to, when they say family, they also have to spend time with their family members. Will be true for all.
At the late night, we have to feed our babies. Okay, one more question is more about more specific. What sort of recommendations in the face of any conflicts? Exactly what you just mentioned. There could be some other conflicts as well, right? And in your experience, how the young faculty members can cater for this?
Well, when you say conflicts, I imagine conflicts about probably you meant first of
maybe
course
the time conflict, or maybe the teaching schedule conflict is what you just mentioned. Or the research grant and the teaching just based on these two kind of conflicts.
Well, this is actually I guess this is I'm still learning also myself. We have so many things we need to do. For example, today was my deadline for my RBC report,
That's why I would say sorry for this.
No, I have to actually stay
For
up.
managing your time.
I have to stay a bit late for my. But I guess it's not an easy question. But we all, I remember my advice to my PhD supervisor. He once said that as a scientist, you have to know how to multitask. So, and I guess multitasking is not it's actually a technique that most of us know, particularly young people. Right? So you need to, multitasking, you need to be able to manage different tasks at the same time. But on the other hand, I always just do one thing at one time. So I guess do better planning, set a better schedule of the things you need to do, on the deadlines, and then try to prioritize things. And my advice also would be to eliminate all the things that are not necessary. Just focus on the thing really are not out. So, find ways to do all things.
In some sense, can I put it this way? Your research students also help you a little bit on your research, right? So in that case, have you ever found any difference among the gender, let's say the boy and the girl, rather than research?
Okay. You were trying to
Profile,
say whether I find any difference in my students. Well, I think every student is unique. I never look at them as this is a female student or a male student. I mean, I have to tell you, maybe people have perception that female students are more emotional. They are less strong sometimes. But actually, I can tell you in my 20 or 30 years of teaching, I actually have male students crying in my office more than one. Well, I'm not saying, but I mean, I think it's actually stereotyping is not just for female students, also for male students. Like male cannot be weak or emotional or what. So I guess I would not say there's any obvious difference. I have different male students, like different female. So I don't think the difference between a male and a female is greater than the difference between individuals or individuals.
I see. So now, as you already mentioned, try to not to be labeled by somebody else, and we have to determine our passions and then go for our ultimate goal, right? So in that way, you also mentioned about what sort of priorities we have to set. Everyone has their own schedule, and we have to try to prepare for themselves and what sort of things they should have to do first and the other one and so on. Right. So this is your kind of overall your career. This is what you, somehow learn, and also at the same time you exercise your thoughts. Right?
I really think the important thing is you need to be passionate about what you're doing, and that will guide you through. Because if you don't love what you're doing, it's difficult to really spend all the nights and spend all the efforts. And particularly, although I say I enjoy doing, I obviously enjoy doing my research, but I shouldn't give you that impression that I'm always happy. There's a lot of frustration. I love to solve problems, but then always there are many things I cannot solve. There are difficulties. There are equations that I cannot solve. There are all these different kind of difficulties. But what really keeps me going is because I know that the process. I enjoy the process not because it's always rewarding in the sense I have been able to solve the problem, but it's rewarding because you know that with your effort you can make changes. You can add a little bit to the knowledge and you advance the problem. I think that's quite enjoying. Particularly also if you have some ideas and then you find that it really works. That's no comparison. That is really very special.
So you also agree that we, as a women scientist, and we should have try to avoid to be being so-called stereotyped, right? So we have to do something for them. Have you ever think, or did you do anything try to cheer this kind of
well, whenever
the women scientists up?
That's actually good question. I think maybe we should do more. Actually, because of this event, I actually looked up the number of female students in my courses, and actually, I have to say the reflection is low. It's actually below 20%. And then I will recall what in my own day, in my own students' day, what is the percentage? It seems to me that we haven't improved much. Well, in the sense of the fraction of female students in physics. But I have to admit that I haven't really looked into the reason. But that's an observation. I guess.
As far as I check for the physics institutions or science institutions, probably around a dozen to 20%.
Yeah, that's what the number I got from.
Yeah, of them are female.
But I guess but still, I hope the very presence of us, so-called female or women scientists, can at least demonstrate that, we can do it. And I still recall, although I haven't done much in trying to improve discussion, but I still recall that there was a female student some years ago, and she, is undergraduate student. She will come to me and say, "I'm really happy to see you," because her high school science teacher, physics teacher, told her that no woman studies. So I think that's it's a few years back, but that was obviously a male physics teacher saying that no female study physics, and that's why she said she was very happy to see me because, because it's not the way, it's not true. I guess it's hard to go out and change everyone's bias, and I don't think we should spend much, but at least I don't think it is well to spend. But we're also well busy with our teaching and research. So, but on the other hand, I think whenever there's a chance, I'll try to tell people what I think about this. There's some incidents I can share, but I will do my best to at least say. Sometimes people, for example, we hear colleagues sometimes say, the female students this or that, and I'm trying to let them know that it's probably not right to say.
That is also the reason why this is just the start. Right now, in women in sciences, and we would like to promote more about the charming and also the power of the women scientists in our Chinese university. Just one portion, and also in Hong Kong as well, and also in China as well.
Let's just say that the first thing is we all should admit to ourselves that we all have limitations. So because of our own experience, even female, they can have so-called stereotyping or prejudice. But then I guess the important thing is we need to know that we should overcome it. And if you try to act like that, then I think that things will be much improved. So admit to ourselves that indeed sometimes we have some assumptions, and be open to that, and then be aware that we shouldn't have that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Ching. So almost time. We just wonder any more questions from the audience right there. Any other questions? So if not for the moment, I think Professor Ching will still be around in Chinese here, right? We can hang around, and then also, perhaps more, especially for the young women scientists here in Chinese U. We can consult more from Professor Ching in the future.
If you have any questions you would like to talk to me afterwards, welcome that. I'm obviously happy to share my experience and to help if possible.
Thank you, Professor Ching. So perhaps to end the session today, we would like to have our honor to have Professor Lin Song to deliver the souvenir to Emily CHING. And perhaps.
Okay. Thank you, Emily. Thank you for the sharing and for the experience, and also for being inspiring role of our faculty members. And thank you, Philip. And also thank you, Professor Philip Young, for this hosting this particularly important series for us. As a science faculty, we would like to promote diversity and in equity, inclusion, and respect. And I think the cultural diversity, gender diversity, equity, and also in the faculty, we want to make the more inclusive environment. And so, Emily, you are a great role model for faculty members, and particularly for young women faculty. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for bringing this a lot of new experience of life to the stage, and for making yourself available to any other young faculty member who would like to consult you. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for your.
Thank you, Ben.
My pleasure. Okay, thank you. So, thank you for the position. Okay, so I think almost the time, and that's for Professor Ching once again. So this series will continue, and we will see you next time. Just to say goodbye for right now. Have a nice weekend. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.